afternoon. It is Tuesday the 26th of January and I am now about to go over some of the answers to the questions on the divide by one and itself worksheet. So today we're going to start on question 5, the reason being I want to look at strategies with you. Now if you get a question like this one here that I've just underlined, you have got to complete the number sentence with the missing symbol. The strategy here is to always complete both sides of the number sentence first, then you can work out the missing icon or missing symbol. So here, 4 times 0, well anything times 0 is 0, 5 divided by 1, anything divided by 1 is itself. So now we can have a look at our two answers, and we know that the answer is less than. 0 is less than 5. Number 2, 24 times 1 is 24, because anything times by 1 is itself. 24 divided by 1 is also 24, because 24, anything divided by 1 is also itself. So the answer here is equals. C. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 divided by 1, anything divided by 1 is itself, so that is also 9. So the answer there is also equals. Now over to here, 30 divided by 1 is 13. 31 divided times 0 is actually 0. Because anything multiplied by 0 is always 0. So the answer here is greater than. 13 is greater than 0. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is also 1. So the answer is equals. So you've just got to remember that any number divided by itself is always 1. And the last one, 10 divided by 1 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So the answer there is greater than. Okay, let's move on. Now for these questions, we've got to work out the calculation. And I'm just going to circle these bits here. These are the divisions in the equation. So we know that somewhere in this equation we're dividing by 1, and the answer is always going to be itself. I'll explain more. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 2 divided by 1 is itself, so the answer is 2. Now I'm going to jump over here. 25 divided by 5 is 5. You can go back to the middle, divide that by 1, and the answer is going to be 5. Next question, 9 times 4 divided by 1. We'll do 9 times 4 first, which is 36. Divide that by 1, and the answer is 36. And finally, for this question, 12 divided by 1. Well, we could do it anyway. 12 divided by 1 is going to be 12. And then we 12 times that by 4, and the answer is going to be 48. Ooh, now this next question makes you think. So let's think very carefully about it. Okay, so we have two symbols here that are the same. So we know when you have any two numbers that are divided by themselves, the answer is always 1. Let's substitute some numbers in here just so that you understand. Imagine that the heart was worth 9. If I divided 9 by 9, I would get 1. Okay, imagine that the heart is 42. If I divide 42 by 42, I would get 1. So always, if you divide a number by itself, your answer is 1. Okay, we're going on to this bit here now. We have square times something equals something. Okay, so square can be any number, but we know that this is 1. And we also know that any number multiplied by 1 is itself. So that must be square. Ready? I'll put some numbers in to help you. 42 times 1 is 42. Imagine square is 33. 33 times 1 is 33. So the answer there is square. We're going to move on again. Here we go. Rosie has 14 birthday invitations. She wants to give them out to children in her class. Each child will get 1 invitation each. And she says, I did 1 divided by 14 equals 14. And what we've got to do for here is work out her mistake. Well, straight away, I can see the mistake. Can you? That's right. We can't do 1 divided by 14 equals 14 because division is not commutative. So basically, if we are dividing two numbers, the first number must always be greater than the second. So the equation should be 14 divided by 1 is 14. Okay? So she did 1 divided by 14 is 14, but actually she shouldn't have done that. As 14 she wants to get into children in her class, each child will get 1 invitation. Going backwards, she should have done 14 divided by 14, which equals 1. Okay? She had 14 invitations. There's 14 children obviously in her class, so 14 divided by 14 is 1. Right, let's move on to the last question. So in our last question, we've got to explain how each image shows 16 divided by 1. Okay, so in this question here, we have 16 groups of 1. So we've got 16, which is grouped in groups of 1. Okay, so 16 groups of 1. This time, we've got one big group, and that big group has got 16 in it. So it is 16 shared into one group. Okay, I hope that's helped you, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more. Bye.